Bugs Bunny should have stayed dead.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Cram Jam. My name is Jack, also known as Peebus.
My name is Chris, also known as Eric Guy.
My name is Goon Guy, also known Marcus, also known as Goon Guy.
It's been a while since you fucked that up, Marcus.
Well, he hasn't been in a lot of episodes. My name is Lamp, also known as Lamp Anthony.
Oh. Only OG fans will remember Marcus fucking up every single time we start.
Good news, everybody!
Okay.
We're doing it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the episode. We know you guys have been demanding it. You guys have been pounding on your desks. You guys have been
Pounding on
screaming,
your dad.
just demanding that we do this episode. So finally, here it is. And we definitely all are very prepared and have definitely all seen the film that we're about to be reviewing.
Why are you...
That's right.
Wait, why is this...
It's the number 23 revisited.
Why does this...
You've all been asking.
Well,
we're delivering.
You better... That's better not be hesitation. Everyone should have watched all of the movie, all of the special features, and the director's commentary.
Here's something that's bullshit about this movie. It's Space Jam 2, A New Legacy, the second one.
Yeah.
And why the fuck did they put it on HBO Max when it first came out and then just took it off a couple months
Right?
later?
Did they do...
That's horse shit.
Oh,
I had
did
to
they
pay
do that?
$6 to watch this awful film.
Yeah, me too.
Why don't you just pirate it? I mean,
Arr!
Why didn't I just pirate it? I will forever be asking that question.
because it was rated R.
I rented it on Google because it was the cheapest.
Did we
and
say... Did we say the name of the film yet?
Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I did.
Okay, good. Okay, sorry. Continue now.
Yeah.
I rented
By
it.
request, we're doing Space Jam 2.
I rented it on Google, and it said $5 for 30 days. I go, fucking, that sounds sick. Or $6 for 30 days. I'm like, that's sick. And then it says, after you have opened this video, you will have it for the next 48 hours.
Yeah.
This is the same exact thing I experienced on Amazon Prime.
Yeah, that's how
It
renting
says
movies
that
does now.
after you purchase it. It says specifically you purchase it for 30 days. And then it's
Yeah.
like, by the way, that's a fucking straight fucking lie. What?
I think
It means you have 30 days to start
Yeah.
the movie. Because, I always like to buy my movies that I'm renting 30 days in advance before I watch it.
Anthony, have you never rented something like a
No,
movie?
I don't
TV
rent
show?
movies.
Must be nice.
I don't watch many movies. I usually go to the theaters, actually.
Must be nice.
Fair. I haven't been to a movie theater in fucking ages.
Right?
I used to watch so many damn movies, but I don't watch any, and I only watch bad ones for this stupid podcast that we do.
Hey, we've reviewed some great movies.
Yeah, like
have.
Willie's
Horrible
little
movies.
Like
Willie's-
Fan favorite, Willy's Wonderland.
damn straight. Honestly, that's such a good movie.
Honestly, I think that's one of the best movies we've reviewed on
that
this
is
podcast.
that is the best movie we've reviewed.
I can't believe that that's actually a fair statement.
That is a true statement.
Do you guys
Maybe someday we'll talk about a movie that's not critically panned in all respects.
do you
like Among Us the movie.
And speaking
you.
of
You guys
terrible
wanna-
movies, so I'm gonna get this out of the way before we get into this. The time that I had set aside to watch Space Jam 2 ended up getting filled by me trying to get my computer to start working today.
What'd you say, Chris? You cut out.
Well,
I heard every second
Anyway.
of that.
It was a bit because his computer was broken.
it was funny. Anyway,
I did not gather.
Joke flew over my head.
Another banger joke from Anthony.
the hilarity just dodged check on that one. But yeah, so all I know is that the movie's bad. I've just seen reviews of it, and all I know is that it's a bad movie. So I'm excited to hear. I am the one that doesn't know the movie today.
Now, Marcus, you've been very quiet as we all hate the movie, but I remember you were the first one of us to see it in theaters in Washington, D.C.
With Joe
And
Biden.
Yes,
Fan
with
of the
Joe
show.
Biden, fan of the show. He had a big old bowl of popcorn. And I understand that you actually like this movie.
Okay, so that is partially untrue. I did not watch the movie with Joe
In
Biden.
Washington, D.C.
I did not watch it.
But I still like it. Well, I give this movie a big knob because that's the good one, right?
No.
Oh, a good.
Oh my God.
Oh, a good
It's
job.
good job or big
31
knob.
episodes of this podcast, and you don't know the one
You guys-
thing that we say all the fucking
listen
time.
to me. Listen to me. You guys made that ranking system when I was captured by Steven
No, we
Crowder.
didn't.
No,
First
no,
of all, that was
no.
like maybe the 4th episode.
I'm
of the
pretty sure
podcast.
that's Willy's Wonderland, which is like episode 6.
Had
It
to
was
have been.
really early.
Anyways, so I watched this movie and I give it a good job because
There you go.
listen, I hated I did not enjoy that I saw Rick and Morty on screen for about 2 seconds. I didn't expect it. I thought it was the funniest shit I've ever seen. And then after like and then 2 weeks later I was like, why do they do that? Why? That's not. They didn't need to do that. But I listen. We all know that I have daddy issues, so I thought
Whoa.
the issues.
Whoa.
What? This is
You
not
don't
news.
have you have one issue, and it's that he's dead.
Yes, I would say that, yes, but also I don't know. I like the little relationship that they had, the father son shit, where he's like, I'm so proud.
I fucking hated Dominic.
Before we continue, I'm going to briefly describe the plot of the movie. So, LeBron James, he's... Why are you fucking laughing? He's the main character, and you know that. What the fuck is that?
Because I don't know. Jack, I don't think I've heard you say out loud LeBron James in my entire life.
I still can't see what's funny. That's his name.
Yeah, continue.
Anyways, Mr. Basketball Man has to do a basketball game because Don Cheadle stole his son and made him think that LeBron James is a bad dad. And so they have to fight a bunch of weird nonsense characters that Don Cheadle hired. One of them's a spider, one of them's a big robot, and one of them's a big bird. I don't remember his name, but I thought it was really stupid.
Which one is the sexy one? Is it the spider?
I'm not answering that question.
That is
Which one is the
It is
sexy one?
that is
Spider-Man.
Bugs Bunny.
No, it's the spider. That spider is hotter than Lola Bunny ever.
Marvin
so.
Martian is the sexy one.
Elmer Fudd, I think, is the one you're looking for.
So anyways, LeBron James, who is kind of an asshole to his son for no reason, has to do a basketball game with the Looney Tunes, who are also in this. And it sucks. It's bad. I wrote down some notes. Let me get my notepad. I watched this at work and also took notes.
Me too, actually.
Wow.
Okay. So the first thing that I had to say about this movie is, first of all, it starts out with a flashback that comes out so strong and then just abruptly ends. Also, he's playing on a Game Boy Advance, a Bugs Bunny game that I'm fairly certain has never existed.
Yep.
Anybody else have anything to say?
I thought you were gonna continue the plot.
Don Cheeto is I love him to death. He's a great actor. However, who the fuck decided he should be a bad guy, an evil man who steals a fucking child?
For real.
But he's
And
not.
not only that, but his costume was like silver, like a silver suit with but it was like sparkly and glittery. Like, I get that you want him to be like computer-esque or like whatever the fuck, but it looked not good. And in the beginning of the movie, I honestly checked out. I was not caring at all about like the backstory and everything. I just wanted to see the basketball game. I wanted to see the Looney Tunes, and that took to get to the basketball game took half the movie. It took 50 minutes to get to the basketball game. 50 fucking minutes.
This movie's 2 hours for no reason.
How long
2
before
hours
you?
fucking
How
long.
long before you see the Looney Tunes, or before they're a part of the plot?
30 minutes.
My God.
30 fucking
My
minutes.
God. 30 minutes of
And
just drama.
they have to go on a quest to pick up other Looney Tunes because they all fucking dipped out of Looney Tuneville and they started doing other things in Warner Brothers Studio films, and that's why there's so many different Warner Brothers things, because Warner Brothers was like flexing, like, hey, we have all these movies and shit.
Yeah, okay,
like, we did this.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of that part. The logic of, just to be technical. This is such a nerdy thing to complain about, but I hated the aspect of all the tunes were like, nah, I'm gonna stop being a tune and I'm gonna be Wonder Woman, or
Yeah.
I'm gonna be another product of Warner Brothers.
I'm gonna
Big Love
do the
Penis.
Matrix.
I'm gonna do
Also,
the.
there are 4 Matrix references in this stupid fucking movie. If anybody tries to tell you that you can't criticize this film because it's for kids, yeah, you're right. Kids love The Matrix, that movie that came out in 1999.
Yeah, that shit sucks.
Yeah, kids are very nostalgic for the movie Space Jam
But
that came out. in
But
fucking
I did
Like-
I liked the little sequence. I liked it, except the part where Rick and Morty arrive. All right, that's
That's the thing.
I
I
didn't mind
actually thought that Rick and Morty joke was funny. That they have no idea what's wrong with the Tasmanian Devil or even what he is. I thought that was really fucking funny. There are a few small jokes in this movie that are good, and it's only when the Looney Tunes or other cartoon characters say them.
It's
Yes,
only when Rick and Morty
agreed.
start talking.
They don't have any lines, do they?
Yes.
They do.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I was really pissed off.
Rick says to Morty, "Oh my God, look at that fucking stupid ass bunny," and then Morty's like, "I slammed my penis on the
Yes.
spaceship door."
Yes.
Do you guys know that meme?
Yes. Yes. It's a good meme. It's a
What
good meme.
compels you to say these things?
It's in his head, bro.
Horniness.
Okay. So here's the thing. This movie is soulless, and it was made by committee, and I hate it. There's the second scene in the movie where LeBron James's children are playing basketball on his gigantic basketball court behind his house. They have like an automatic machine that shoots basketballs out whenever you say the word ball, which, by the way, doesn't exist. And but there's one point where their mom comes out and is like, "All right, guys, come on in. It's time for dinner." And he goes, "What are we having? Spaghetti and meatball?" And then it's a funny joke because the other brother gets hit in the head with a basketball. Nobody fucking says spaghetti and meatball singular. Why would you write... I feel like they only made that stupid fucking ball thing just for that joke.
They could have said...
They had to contort
They
the
could've-
entire language to
And it
make
still
it fit.
doesn't-
No, and they
work.
could have just said spaghetti meatballs. They could have said spaghetti and meatballs because technically the word ball is in spaghetti and meatball. Ah!
That full screen did not make it through Discord.
It did not. It was great. It was like,
Also in that exact same scene, you see like behind the kid is LeBron James standing with like his hand on his hip, and then in the next shot, it's the same kids, and his hand is down. It's literally one shot, the next frame, but in a different the next shot, but in a different frame, and they still got the fucking continuity wrong. Also, it's really distracting that there's so many like big actors in this movie for like a couple scenes, but then just LeBron James is himself, and you're supposed to make me believe that Sarah Silverman and Stephen Ewan are different people, but LeBron James, the man, is standing right there
I
playing
always
himself.
hate that shit. I always it's hard to suspend my disbelief when
Exactly.
LeBron James is LeBron James, and then Sarah Silverman and is not the same
Yeah.
person, and Bugs Bunny is just some fucking guy, and then Daffy Duck is some rapper, and then Porky Pig is also some rapper. Like, pick a guy, man.
And then Lola Bunny is Zendaya.
She did a good job, though.
And you know, she did do a good job. I mean,
She
but
did.
here's the thing: you know for a fact that she's like what, 20, early 20s, mid 20s. And
20,
you know
24,
that all of the other Looney Tunes are voiced by like the same 40-year-old guy.
Yeah.
It's so funny to me.
yeah, that's a good point.
valid.
Oh my god.
I liked the Looney Tunes bit. Those were fun. Like, I liked the new animation style they picked. Like, I don't know why they did it. There was no reason to do it, but I thought it was cool how they animated them. I thought it was cool looking.
Yeah, why are they all so terrified that they're turning 3D?
Yeah,
Well,
it was weird.
It's
Here,
like body horror.
I could actually comment on that. Think about it this way. What if suddenly your world just added another thing, like the way that you lived your life suddenly changed so drastically? Because it's like suddenly they have a third way they can move. That's why that's horrifying. Like
But they're familiar with it. They're in different worlds where everyone else is 3-dimensional. In this universe, the first Space Jam is also canon, but for some reason nobody remembers it but the Looney Tunes.
I don't know.
And the
thought
little
that it was
space
not-
buddies and the little whatever.
Yeah.
The
I like
original
that.
goons.
I like
Yeah, that
I
was
like
fun.
the callback. That made me
are
feel
the
happy.
Monstars in it?
Yeah,
The Monstars are in it for
yes.
one shot.
Chris, why did you watch
They're in
the
it
movie?
for three shots. Get out of here. Get out of here.
All right, fuck. What else
Um,
did I hate about this movie?
I neglected to mention in the beginning. LeBron James has a family, a wife, a daughter, and 2 boys. And the daughter wants to be an actress. And none of his family members are in the movie. They're all
what the
different
fuck?
actors. like again with that Silverman. What's her name?
Sarah Silverman.
Sarah Silverman.
Yeah, you did
I said
it.
Silverman because brain dumb.
Sarah.
And
Braun
and
Silverman.
like it's just so bizarre that LeBron James and Michael B. Jordan are the only 2 people that are the same person. By the way, Michael B. Jordan is in the movie. It's a joke because they're like, we found Michael Jordan, and they're like, that's Michael B. Jordan, not Michael A. Jordan. And then he leaves. He's there, and then he's gone.
No,
He just walks away.
this is skipping ahead a little bit to the end of the movie, but basically they're down because the enemy players are very good, probably like canonly better than the Monstars ever could be, which I thought was really cool. I'm glad that they made them like an even bigger threat that the Looney Tunes could face, because they went through. Oh, they've done this already. It's like they went through a super team, and now this team is like even better than that. I just like plot points like that, but they're down a lot. And then they're like, we need someone's help, and then they're like, we should call somebody, and then Daffy Duck's like, I know who I called, and then it's Michael B. Jordan, and then Michael B. Jordan's like, all right, y'all, hope y'all win, and then he fucking dips.
Speaking of plot, they're not actually playing basketball. They're playing Dom ball, I believe it's called. Because in the beginning of the movie, you see Dom, LeBron's son, he doesn't want to play basketball. He wants to become a video game programmer. And so he's showing off this game, and
he's building a video game with weird scanning technology that also doesn't exist.
that does not exist at all. He has on his phone, it's an app, apparently, and it automatically synchronizes into his computer. Highly
Shoots
unrealistic.
lasers out of your fucking
Right.
camera.
And he's like holding it too, like he doesn't pick up his hand. It's super dumb. It's super dumb, super dumb. But he's programming and coding this game that looks fucking awful. It looks so goddamn bad. And I get, like, you're a child and like you can program your game and like have a game as a child, like that makes sense. A lot of people grow up making bad games and they grow up to make better games. And they make it seem like the first game that he's ever developed is incredible. Like, he was streaming it and thousands of people were watching the game stream. And I'm like, what fucking kind of bullshit reality is this?
Who's gonna fucking stream somebody building a video game?
Yeah, exactly.
It'd be boring as fuck.
Well,
It's not only streaming it, but he's broadcasting the game. So they can join the game to watch it. It's super bizarre.
Yeah, that's
it's
unrealistic. Well, I follow people like really like indie developers that just
Yeah.
like, show off like their process, but like joining
Not
the
like
game
that, though.
while he's building it, that makes no sense. Like, how is
It
that?
makes no sense whatsoever. And
Yeah.
he also closed the game before his dad walked in, and there's still thousands of people in there. I thought that was weird. Anyways, he
Actually, is really funny that there's a bunch of people watching a closed tab.
Stream over.
But he goes to Warner Brothers Studios because apparently Don Cheeto I'm going to call him Don Cheeto just for the meme. Is like,
Question it.
he's like, I want fucking, god damn it, LeBron James. I want LeBron James because I'm stuck in the serververse. By the way, that's what his universe is called, the serververse.
He's an algorithm. He's
Yeah.
a living, breathing algorithm
Fucking
who has
Minecraft.
feelings and gets upset.
Whose
when LeBron
name-
James, yeah,
Who's
is algae rhythm.
Algae Rhythm? He's named after a fucking plant. It's
But-
fucking ridiculous.
He's like old.
It's so funny to me that he gets so mad that LeBron James, guy who knows nothing about anything, just doesn't like his algorithm. And he gets so sad that he kidnaps his son.
Yeah, that's exactly what happens. He like coerces him to follow, go into the elevator and then go into the server room. And inside the server room, there's a fucking portal to the serververse. Apparently, mind you, Don said that he's stuck in the serververse and needs LeBron James's help to get out. What does that mean? I wish I could tell you. I do not know. Do you guys know?
Nope.
Nope. Okay, cool. Great. I'm glad that doesn't make a comeback in the entire movie.
Hold on.
Let me finish this point because I'm taking a long ass time.
Feel free.
Don was like, "Hey yo, fuck you, LeBron, for not wanting my my partnership deal. I'ma take your son."
He says, you said Don says that.
Yeah, Don
says, "Fuck you."
Yeah, he does. And then he takes his child, and not Don. I see how you get confused. Dominic, I'm gonna call him Dominic. Brought his fucking game with him and is showing it off to Don Cheeto, and was like, "Yo, look at my fucking game." He's like, "That's crazy as fuck, dude. Let's make it reality." And he takes his game and he makes it to the game that they're gonna play with LeBron James and the Goons and the Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
And that's
By the
why
way-
they're playing the game. It's actually kind of cool in the game sense.
By the way, Marcus, you should definitely sue Warner Brothers for stealing Goon Squad.
Yeah, I came up with it first. I let it pass because I really like that one spider on the Goon Squad.
Okay.
But,
Moving right past that. I looked it up because I was curious who wrote
Uh-huh.
Space Jam. I'm gonna have all of you guess. Nobody look it up. Guess how many people are listed on the screenplay.
8. 12.
2.
Marcus, you got it right the first time. It's 8 fucking people.
Yeah, that's too many.
One of which is Ryan Coogler.
Who's that?
You'll remind me who that is?
Oh, gladly. Ryan Coogler is a very famous film director whose shit contains Black Panther.
Oh, what?
I'm fairly certain. Yeah, Creed, and Fruitvale Station.
I don't know what that last
Wait,
one is, I'll be honest with you.
are you Fruitvale Station? Anthony, if you don't know what all you listeners that are white and you don't know what Fruitvale Station is, and you didn't have to watch it with your stepdad and then also like ruin your night, it's about a very real instance where a black guy he had like a day and then he got shot by a police officer, and the ending is he dies, and it's very sad.
Spoilers.
He had a day.
Yeah, he had like literally it shows him like his entire you feel so fucking bad for this character because he's so down on his luck and he wants to be a better dad and he wants to be a better son, he wants to be a better person overall, and he's trying, and then he gets shot by the police, and I'm laughing because it's not funny. I'm laughing because it fucking sucks, but it's a great movie, but the fact that he wrote this as well,
Fucking insane.
why?
He directed Fruitvale Station, but I think he also had a hand in writing it. But he was part of writing and producing Space Jam 2: A New Legacy. Which, okay, I have some issues with the plot of this movie.
Some?
First of all, I have some reviews here, but I'm not going to read them quite yet. But there is one that perfectly describes my thought here, which is the worst part is the hypocrisy. There is no space in this movie. Why the fuck is it called Space Jam? It made
They go to
complete sense
space.
in the first one because they're fighting aliens from fucking Moron Mountain. But now they're just but here's the thing. Why would you call it A New Legacy? I'm giving this film a free pass to use the title Cyberspace Jam. It would have been so much cooler.
Oh, that's true.
Oh my god.
That
It's
would be a
bullshit.
lot better.
There's also a review here that says no space and no jam makes Jack a dull boy.
Jack, can I share a review with you? I think this one's appropriate. It just says,
Absolutely.
God save us all.
That's it.
Yep, that's it.
Amazing. Also, okay, there's a scene where, this was one of the scenes that I thought was funny, which is Daffy Duck is Superman, and he has to stop a train from going into an orphanage.
By the way, this is the same movie. Just want to point that out there.
It's the same fucking movie.
Also, he fails, by the way. He fails horribly.
And yeah, there's a very brutal scene where he runs through a bunch of orphans.
Honestly, you for a split second think the orphans are gonna fucking die.
Oh,
you remember
they
that
do, for
commercial? You remember the
here's no-
commercial? You remember the commercial where the kids are in the park or whatever, and that fucking blue sedan
Yes.
just flips over and just crushes
Of
all the
course I
kids?
remember that.
Yes.
It was very similar to that scene.
But here's the thing about that scene. When he gets, it's like that same cliche bit where he gets so close and then stops. Then all the kids cheer. But I am almost 100% certain, and I frantically wrote this note, that when the kids cheer, it sounds exactly like the Five Nights at Freddy's "You Finished the Night"
It is.
sound.
It is that sound effect. It is. It 100% is.
Kidding.
No
So,
way.
I couldn't fucking believe my ears.
It's the
I
kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
can't believe it.
I also just wrote "why," and I knew I was going to forget what that meant, but I wrote
Wait.
it anyway.
Oh my God! When they the Looney Tunes are like about to get together and everything, Bugs Bunny is showing LeBron how to be a toon, which is kind of ridiculous because eventually he no longer gets to be a toon. He's a toon for 20 minutes, but he's showing him how to be a toon and everything, and he takes him to this room, and this room it's quite nice. It has a nice little background and everything, and like there's a huge mirror. There's like candles on the wall and shit. But here's the thing. There are light mounts on the mirror. They're on the mirror. Like, screwed in on the fucking mirror. I took a goddamn picture of this because it was
talking about.
because it was so fucking ridiculous to me that someone screwed into a fucking mirror. I know that's pointless, but someone drew that. Someone drew that. You would not see that in real life at all. Anyway, sorry. I'm a nerd.
I have an issue with the 2D animation in this film, because LeBron James, for some reason, he looks so unsettling as a cartoon, and like it doesn't match up. There's something, it's very strange. I've never experienced such an uncanny valley situation with 2D animation. It felt so wrong.
They did 2D animations for him. They did the first one for the commercial that he rejected because he was supposed to be like uploaded or whatever digitally.
Yeah.
But he's like, nah, I don't want that. That animation, that looks great. That looks so good. And then he goes into the serververse, and then he looks not good at all.
Yeah. Also, why wouldn't you just make him regular LeBron James, like Michael Jordan in the first one?
Well,
Why
also-
does he have to also be a cartoon?
It doesn't make sense either because everyone else is the same in their own universe. Like, and people can move universes and they'll still be the same. But he's in the serververse. He's completely fine looking. He looks human, and then he goes into the toon world, and he's no longer human.
Yeah.
I have
also,
to wait.
he was-
Well, I have to disagree with you guys on the 2D thing. I actually think that the moment that they stop doing 2D stuff is when I'm like, all right, this fucking sucks. Because I like the 2D animation. I wish that there was more
I do
2D
too.
2D
Not
animation.
LeBron.
And
but
then
yeah.
Yeah, I just don't. I agree. I like the Bugs Bunny and all them.
I think you know what I think it is. I think it's at least for me. If I went back and watched that movie right now after seeing all those TikToks where it's the toy LeBron James getting stuffed with like fucking balls
in
and then getting stretched to all hell, I think that I would be like, oh no, it's LeBron. But I love that. I love it. I was like this the animation looks good and I love how it's 2D. I actually started getting furious when I saw them get to turn to 3D because it was like, you don't need to do this. It looks alright, but like I always prefer 2D animation. You can ask any fucking kid that was born in the 2000s or 1999, or honestly before that. We
In the
prefer
90s, yeah.
that. And I feel like kids today still prefer that shit if they were given to it, but they still want to make 3D animation, and I get it because it's cheaper and
Well, because it was
2D
hot when
animation
it
is-
first came out because it was a new technology. And it was
yeah.
incredible. But then now it's like I prefer the look of a lot of 2D animation.
It's easy to make 3D
And
animation.
you can make
It's
it
a lot
3D
harder
out of
because you
2D,
need paper.
2D. You can make things look 3D when drawing it 2D.
Yeah.
I have one last plot point that really upsets me.
Please.
The fact that algorithm says, hey, by the way, if LeBron doesn't win this game, everyone here right now, everyone gets teleported to the serververse, by the way. Anyone who watches the live stream, which, by the way, they live stream it, gets teleported to the serververse. Algorithm, how?
Oh, how? Through their phone.
Through
That's
their
how.
phone. Through their phone.
That
Yep.
They
makes
get
sense.
sucked into their phone.
Yeah,
That
it makes
would
perfect sense.
be real.
Yep.
But it was like basically a Thanos snap, but they're teleported into a different dimension. It looked ridiculous. Anyways, Algorithm says in front of everybody, by the way, if LeBron doesn't win this game, everyone here is gonna get stuck. Also, the tunes, they're gonna get fucking deleted. And then Dominic, who's still upset at his father, is like, "Yeah, I'm gonna play on this fucking team. I'm gonna kill you, Dad. You're gonna get fucking schooled." After he just learned that everyone that's there is stuck there fucking permanently.
Oh my god.
Like,
He
that
didn't
doesn't
hear
make
that,
any
though.
fucking
no, wait,
sense.
no, he didn't hear that because he just didn't. I don't think he heard that. I think that was like
Everyone heard it. It was announced on the mic.
I know, but
Yeah, he said it. He
No.
said it to everybody.
well, I have to rewatch it. But I remember being like that. Okay, but I thought the idea, if he didn't hear it, I thought that idea was contrived to all hell.
Yeah.
I think if he didn't hear it, then it's fine. But the fact that I'm pretty sure he heard it. And if he did, then that fucking is so dumb.
Another thing, I should point out that Algae Rhythm's original pitch for LeBron that he hates is that LeBron basically signs to become Warner Brothers property, and so they put him in everything. His pitch is that he's like Warner Brothers, fucking LeBron in The Matrix, LeBron in DC, LeBron does a bunch of other fucking stupid shit.
Warner Brothers owns
Which-
LeBron.
Pretty much, and
That's
he's
really
right. That's a
weird.
shitty idea. Nobody likes LeBron James that much.
Speak for
Also,
yourself.
It is weird.
There's no here's the thing. LeBron James is not and will never be nearly as big as Michael Jordan was at the time of that movie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No, sir.
because there was no
So
one like
Especially
it.
not now.
So strange.
I
He's
do-
not as big
okay.
as he was.
In terms of people, I do like LeBron a little bit more, just because I could be totally wrong on this, but I this is just on a moral perspective. I don't know any schools that fucking Michael Jordan built or any kind of shit like that. And LeBron James has done a lot for his community back home, and I really
To quote Michael Jordan, stop it. Get some help.
I was gonna say, to quote Michael Jordan, Republicans buy basketball tickets too, or something along those lines, which is why he never spoke about racial injustice, which kind of sucks,
Yeah.
Michael Jordan.
yeah. At least I'm getting money. Yes,
But I agree with that. But also, here's the thing: at least they're both equally terrible actors.
yeah, no.
Because
I
holy
like how
shit.
that. I actually enjoy how that didn't change. That was fun. That was fun to
There
watch.
was one line that I wrote down because of how awful the delivery was, and I'm gonna try to replicate it exactly. It's when LeBron James finally realizes that he's been kind of a dickhead to his son, and he says, "Don't you know how much I love you? How very special you are?
Yep.
How very special you are." First of all, who wrote that fucking line? Awful line.
They've never
no-
had anybody they love in their fucking lives.
There's no good way to read that. But there
That's
is
the
a
way that
worst
it
way,
is.
and it's the way he did.
That's so upsetting.
There is a couple of things, two jokes that really stood out to me was when Marvin the Martian shows up, and he's like cycling through his different versions of ray gun, and one of them just says Charles, comma Ray, which I thought was pretty fucking funny. But also, no kid's gonna get that joke. Why is it in
Not
there?
a movie for kids.
And another thing was that it's just throughout the basketball game, Don Cheadle subtly changes outfits for absolutely no reason.
He is a computer, and it's supposed to display his like emotions because he's upset in that one.
But he changes it like 4 times, and it's quite funny.
Oh, I only knew the 3 times.
But fuck.
Drink costumes.
That was pretty funny. But other than that, let me see what else I wrote here. LeBron James does a dab, and they make a really big deal out of
Everyone
it.
boos.
Wait.
Well,
We haven't even talked about the best part of the movie, where Daffy Duck and Porky Pig do the funny little rap.
I wrote in my notes, I hate this rap shit. I hate it. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea?
That's always
I
has
liked
to
it.
be in a fucking animated kids movie. They
Also,
have
the
to
phrase
rap.
"that's all, folks" appears maybe 5 times.
That's all.
That's
folks.
true.
But the rap goes on for like 5 minutes.
It's too long. It's way too long.
It's like a minute.
Nah, it's
Not
too long.
important. It's too long.
It's way.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was interesting.
He
It was a different. I think it was different. Because like the Looney Tunes, their whole gimmick is like they're supposed to break the rules, you know. And I thought that was interesting.
Here's the thing.
I disliked that Algae Rhythm didn't fucking rap because his name is Rhythm.
Algae Rhythm.
And they even stated rap battle, and literally only Porky Pig, wherever the fuck his name is, rapped.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. I don't know. I
don't know how someone hasn't edited Daffy Duck stepping up to do the rap, and he goes, "I flammed my penis in
Penis
the
on the
car
coil.
door."
I feel like I've seen that, but I think it's particular that you could like literally make like a domino meme out of this, where the first domino that you tip over is like, I don't know, NWA getting arrested for rapping "fuck the police" at one of their shows, and then really far down the line, the last domino is Daffy Duck and Porky Pig rap for 5 minutes in the fucking Space Jam 2 movie.
In Space Jam 2: A New Legacy.
A New Legacy.
Yeah. Also, Bugs Bunny fucking dies.
Yeah, for no
Wait.
reason. For
Bugs
no
Bunny
reason.
sacrifices himself at the end of the basketball game in order to glitch out the system, but then it's completely useless because then he just comes back in the real world, which, by the way, what the fuck was the point of that whole thing? The only point was to do a callback to the glitch that happened in the kids' video game early on in the movie. But
So they could murder the
why...
man. They just really.
Which made no sense, by the way. That glitch happened because he dropped his phone.
What?
Yeah, he dropped his phone in the beginning of the movie. Then he goes and works on his game, and then the game deletes his character that he created.
No, the glitch happened because LeBron tried to do his move in the video game, the step back, fucking shoot, whatever.
Wait,
And
so what was the point of the glitch when he dropped his phone?
that was a completely unrelated thing.
Okay.
But here's the thing. The whole premise is that LeBron James's move is so complicated, which is literally just he dribbles, he takes a step back, and he shoots with no one else around him. That's too complicated for the computer to comprehend, so it deletes the kid's whole fucking video game character.
Which, I don't know if you guys understand how video games work,
I don't.
but you have a move set, and if you can move that way, that's because the game designed it. You know what I mean? Like, you can't just put it in input that doesn't exist because you wouldn't move. Like, that doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
The whole game's about style. It's fucking free roam.
Yeah. Also, all of like the Warner Brothers property characters that appear in the background, they're so distracting because Algae Rhythm is having what I can only assume was a very important conversation, but I'm only focused on the weird dancing Pennywise 2 feet away from him. It's so pointless and so distracting and so stupid.
And Iron Giant.
The Iron Giant, fucking King Kong, Pennywise, the Mask, Game of Thrones dragon, and fucking what are they called? Ice Walkers? Walkers?
I don't
What are they
fucking
called?
know.
What are they called? Anyone know?
Nope.
White Walkers, I think.
White Walkers. Yeah.
Why? Why? Why would you
There's-
do that? Also, everyone in Game of Thrones is like a rapist. Why would you put that in this kid's movie? Doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
That is a very good point. But they didn't put anyone in the show that is one of them. One of them R words.
They had
At
like
least-
the whole group from Clockwork Orange, which is also the same thing.
Oh, really?
You know,
Fair enough.
you guys are talking about the idea that this is, why would they have these things in a kids movie? I have a review here that's saying that it shouldn't be a kids movie. Kevin's here gives it only half a star, and he goes, "Do not let your kids watch this movie. Some movies are harmful for children due to adult content, vulgarity, etc. This movie is arguably even worse for them because of how willfully stupid it is. If you let your kids watch something this stupid, you risk making them as stupid as this movie." And then all caps, "Do not let your kids watch this movie."
I sincerely hope that man is satirical.
I don't think
but-
so.
I'm sure it is. Does anyone else have anything to say? Marcus, do you have any more things to defend this movie?
So in conclusion, I have daddy issues, and
Nice.
the reason why I enjoyed it a lot is because, as cheesy as it is, I like the theme a lot of just being like, hey, I'm proud of you, and
But it's so old.
I
Why
don't-
would you,
I don't
everything about
care!
this movie screams 2021, except for the plot, which is straight from like a fucking 90s comedy.
Jack,
Yes, agreed.
It is
I
true.
literally, and I don't know. I think I'm biased because, it's a very similar situation between like me and my stepdad, where like, again, I fucking hate the guy. I do not like my stepdad at all. But it would be nice if he was nice to me. And that was exactly what it was to be like his stepson. Is like, I would like video games, he would hate it, and he would only want me to play basketball. And it makes me think that it was like his way of like living vicariously through me, and I hated it. But I tried to do it anyway, and then I failed, and then I was like, fuck you, I'm going full video game mode, and then I became a dork. And I like how it ended, where LeBron like respected his son's like pursuits. That's fucking, I don't know.
Yeah, that's good.
I mean, I agree with you. I
agree
had
with
the
you on
same
that.
experience as a kid. My dad always wanted me to play fucking baseball. I played baseball, basketball, and swim, none of which I ever wanted to do.
Exactly.
But it's so predictable.
I know, but it's
Agreed.
sometimes I go to fucking McDonald's and I'm like, I want a fucking cheeseburger, and then
Where the fuck? I'm stopping you right here. Where the fuck is this
I-
going?
I
wanna know where this
but
is
that
going.
okay.
Don't
I'm
stop
being
it.
I'm like being dead serious. That is how a lot of like movies like this are manufactured, where it's like it sets it up in a very predictable way. It sets all the characters up and the plot in a really like a climactic way, but it's also predictable. Then it ends it in like a really neat knot that it's all predictable, but some part of like the mainstream brain enjoys how you were like predicted, because you didn't want to be disappointed. Like, I don't know, I would have been, I know that this is stupid, and I think it in a movie sense and in a just like in a stylistic sense, Bugs Bunny should have stayed dead. But because he didn't, I was like, that's cute. No, he's cute.
I'm gonna clip
Please
that.
make that the cold opening.
Bugs Bunny should
Make
have
that the
stayed
cold
dead.
opening. Just
Because-
him saying that,
No.
and then the intro music.
No, of course, dude, of course. And then,
Yeah, I'll do that.
But that, I don't know. I have to admit that like I teared. I also watched this alone. I feel like if I didn't watch this alone, I wouldn't do this. But I teared up like 3 different times because of that.
I watched this in a room full of children, and they all individually said, "I fucking hated this movie."
Why were you hanging out with children? What's going on?
I work at a youth theater.
Oh, right. You watched it while you were like they were supposed to be
Fuck
like.
yeah, I did. To sum up this movie, the message, it's nice. The plot, fucking dog shit. If they took out the whole like real life bullshit and the Don Cheeto part, it would be a nice movie. I like the Looney Tunes bit. I've always liked the Looney Tunes. They were funny. They were quirky. They did their fucking train bullshit and all the wacky crazy reality things. I really like that shit. Everything else kind of fucking blows.
I agree.
All right, then, fellas. Would you give this movie?
Hold on. I have a few reviews before we give
Okay.
it the ratings.
All right. You know what?
From Moxie Bell on Letterboxd. These are all on Letterboxd. This movie felt like it was made by Fortnite gamers.
Oh my
I
god,
feel
isn't
like-
that supposed to be a thing? Isn't there supposed to be a Fortnite movie?
Stop.
I have no idea, and
Stop.
I'm
I
going to
think-
pretend like you didn't say that.
I think that's
Sad.
real.
I think this one was written by Marcus. It says, I'd read an essay regarding how stupid and unnecessary this film is, but I'm afraid Lola Bugs will break up with me, which is not her name.
I don't care about Lola Bunny. I only care about the spider.
Yeah, you have a new love of your life.
I got a
Also,
review
really
here.
quick. I recognize that the spider is modeled after a real WNBA player. I'm totally joking, but also the WNBA player is very attractive too, but in a respectful way. But I like you as a spider more. Anyways, continue.
I got a review from Massimo M. A half a star. Offensive for the spectator.
Very simple. This is a commercial stretched to feature length. That's also, yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I love the people that review it so literally. A miserable experience. I never hated watching a movie more. This film represents the death of cinema, and I will point to it as such in the ensuing decline over the next few years.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
One of them just said this review contains spoilers, and then I selected it, and it's all in a different language. That was kind of interesting.
You gonna translate it for us?
No.
Bugs Bunny fucking
This
dies.
one says CGI Don Cheadle is so scary.
He is. Okay, he is though.
LeBron's son is a little shit, and Rick and Morty knows it.
For the record, Don Cheadle did do all right during the basketball game. Other than that, I hated his character.
Okay, but I love the basketball game.
It was good.
It
very
was so much fun to watch.
What?
This review just says another baby has been taken from this world. 7 likes.
That I want to like that review.
I want to read the comments on it. Why in God's name would you rewatch this hunk of shit? You're better than this. Oh my god. Holy shit. Okay, that's all I've got.
Sweet.
All right, ratings, fellas. Chris?
You know what? From what I've seen of this movie, Bugs Bunny doesn't stay dead, so that's a fucking big knob.
Big knob, okay. Chris?
You know, from what I've seen of
Jack?
this movie,
I'm giving it a big knob. This movie sucks.
Marcus?
It was fun.
You just gonna switch your answer?
Nah, it was a fun ass movie to watch. Good job.
I will give it a big knob.
See, here's the thing. It wasn't even fun for me. I feel like I was...
You didn't
fucking-
like the basketball game, Jack. Look me in my computer eyes and say that you did not enjoy the basketball game.
I didn't enjoy it at all. It
You're-
was soulless, and I felt like my brain was being disintegrated from the
You
inside.
disdain joy. You hate joy, and you hate yourself.
No, I love joy, and I'd love to receive joy from this movie. Believe me, I
Who
wanted
is
to
Joy?
like it. Joy is the spider lady that Marcus is in love with.
Yeah.
Anyways, what's the surprise segment, Marcus?
The one point I have before we go into the surprises is just do you remember the stakes in the last movie where they said Michael Jordan, if you do not win this basketball game, you are going to stay at Moron Mountain as unpaid for the rest of your life, and you're going to be chained up, like a slave.
Yeah, they also showed some very graphic slavery image.
No, I know. And
imagery.
as a kid, I thought that was the most terrifying shit. But it was brilliant. I thought that was fucking scary, and that is how you do stakes in a kid's movie. Because I was like, Michael Jordan, if you don't fucking win this game, I swear to God,
Michael Jordan, no!
you can't.
you can't wait. But the stakes here, I wish, just like a fucking just like a flash to. Like if LeBron James didn't win, I would love to see like all of like the people that were sucked into the game just like being so bored and then like trying to kill LeBron James. And like all the tunes are
They're all
dead.
piling on each other
No.
like World War Z,
No.
trying to catch LeBron.
It literally it is like apocalyptic and so sad, and like I like that imagery because it's fucking terrifying, because that really
You know what would have been a better seller? Watching all the tunes get deleted and then showing the universe with all these missing people.
Right. I know, right? Like
Spooky.
that. Anyways, so the surprise segment of this time is so as you know, I'm a funny little lad that likes Pokemon. And this Anthony actually gave me this idea, so I went with it. So this is the most scary and just like disturbing Pokemon Pokédex entries that I have found on the internet. So
Just wait, Jack. Just wait.
yeah, so if you've never played Pokemon before, Jack, the way that it works...
I've played Pokemon.
Yeah, whatever. So the way that it works is when you catch a Pokemon, when you catch a new Pokemon, the Pokédex entries update, so you get to watch what this Pokemon is all about and the history of it. And sometimes, especially in the older games, and some in the reasonably newer ones, but most of the older games, the lore of these Pokemon are really like terrifying. Like I know everyone's like, oh, I want a fucking Pikachu in real life. You do not want Pokemon to be real. If Pokemon was real, you'd be dead and you'd have nightmares for all of eternity. It is not a game. So
It's not a game.
it's not a game. So, also, didn't realize this until... Well, I knew this before, but, before, a few years ago, where I started, just, looking up Pokedex entries for fun. Don't know if you know this, but some Pokemon are just ghosts of, humans. So, some Pokemon are
What?
humans. Yes. So, for example, Gengar, in the Pokemon Sun and Moon Pokédex entry... It apparently wishes for a traveling companion. Since it was once human itself, it tries to create one by taking the lives of other humans.
Yeah, I mean, canonically,
What the
according
fuck?
to
Yes.
the movie Detective Pikachu, Ditto can turn into any Pokemon. There's a Ditto in that movie that turns into a person. Therefore, people are, according to the world of Pokemon, they're Pokemon. Because what else would they be? There aren't other animals.
No, literally. Everything is a Pokemon. Air
I
can be
hate
Pokemon.
that you just said that.
That's honestly terrifying to think of a human person being sucked into a Pokeball.
No, right? Because we thought we were all comfortable when it was a fucking just animal or just like a
When it was
fucking
a cute
bug.
little rat.
Yeah, but now people, if you die, well, okay. So I'm getting ahead of myself. So the one that made me start to read just random Pokédex entries is because this one is very sad, but Phantump, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right,
Oh,
from the
hell
Sun
yeah.
and Moon.
Yes.
Yeah,
Phantom.
it's a ghost Pokemon once again. That's in the face of a little tree. These Pokemon are stumps possessed by the spirits of children who died in the forest. Their
What?
Their cries sound like eerie screams. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, it's
Keep
fucked
going.
up.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah.
No, okay. Well,
What's the fucking point?
oh, I want you to think about that for a second. Imagine your son goes missing, and then it turns out that he's dead, and then you see.
And some motherfucking 6-year-old comes along and catches him in
Catches
a
him in a
ball.
No, I know. It's fucked up. Here's one that I saw a comic about like a while ago. That is also really sad, but. Yamask from the Pokemon in Black and White,
Yeah, they
also
are.
a ghost type. All the ghost types are really fucked up. But this one says, each of them carries a mask that is used to be its face when it was human. Sometimes they look at it and cry.
Look at read
Yeah, I was
Cubone.
gonna say Cubone. That's the classic.
I don't have Cubones. Hold on. Do you have it pulled up?
I could pull
Here,
it
just
up.
yeah,
I
just pull it
would
up.
try to pull it up, but I don't trust doing anything with
Isn't
my
Cubone's
computer.
the little one with the the like little dinosaur with the thing on its head.
Yeah,
Yep.
with the skull on its head.
Yeah.
And I can
Here,
tell you right
I'll
now,
read
that's
it.
the skull. Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so, first off, it says, when the memory of its departed mother brings it to tears, it cries, echo, mournfully within the skull it wears on its head. Its skull,
Yep.
its
Yeah.
skull, by the way, is its deceased mother's.
The skull of its dead mom.
Yep, and who knows what the bone it carries around is.
They don't. They don't know.
I assume no the bone, isn't it like his fucking victims or some shit?
I believe
Let me
so.
try to find the correct entry, because I'm finding updated ones that are not as fucking dark.
That's fucking insane.
No,
Why?
no,
Why?
no.
Why do they have to have such a dramatic and tragic past?
Because I mean,
all
I
the-
mean that's how the atmosphere of Pokemon always has been. There's always been really dark shit. It's just kind
Yeah.
of disguised, and you have to look for it.
And
Jesus Christ.
Here,
He's
I'll-
often called the lonely Pokemon, because he prefers solitude to companionship. He's never been able to fully recover from the traumatic death of his mother, so he wears her skull on his head like a helmet.
So this
Here.
makes me think every single one of their, like, because there's multiple of them. There's not one Cubones. So every single one is
Yes.
a dead mom that they wear on
And
their head.
they
Yes.
come from there. Now this is like a fan, like the fan guess, but there's a Pokemon called Kangaskhan, which looks very similar to a little Cubone that carries
Yeah.
around a baby in its pouch, and it's known for being like the mother Pokemon. And they're always female. They always carry around a little Joey, but you never see like the older version of the little baby. That most people believe that if the mother dies and it doesn't grow up into being a Kangaskhan, it becomes a Cubone. Here's another one for you.
This is
Cubone
so
pines
strange.
for the mother it will never see again. Seeing a likeness of its mother in the full moon, it cries. The stains on the skull the Pokemon wears are made by the tears it sheds.
Yep.
Jesus Christ.
here, let me do two more, and then
Yeah,
I will,
go.
and then I will end it because this is scary. So Driftbloom from Pokemon Sun and Moon entry. It's all that was the Sun and Moon. It's kind of fucking crazy, but this is the balloon type Pokemon. Stories go that if it grabs the hands of small children and drags them away to the afterlife, it dislikes heavy children.
Why are they all related to dead parents of kids or dead kids?
Or dead kids. Oh my god, dude! The thing is, I'm glad that I didn't read these as a kid because I would not want to play this game anymore.
Jesus Christ.
All right,
What's
so
that one Pokemon that looks like?
Oh
Pikachu?
yeah, that's
Mimic?
Mimic is
Mimikyu.
crazy.
Mimikyu. So the thing
Mimikyu.
is because it is so horrifying looking that just looking at it will kill you. It disguises itself to look like Pikachu so that people will love it.
Yeah, because it's
Here,
unloved.
I have
Phantom of
another
the
one.
Opera.
Here, Marcus,
Yeah.
do you want to do your other one? I have one that doesn't have to do with dead kids. That's super depressing in another way. But
Okay, so because we're doing a lot of dead kids, what I'm gonna do, my last one is gonna be
Oh,
Parasect from Pokemon Yellow, which is one of the first Pokemon games.
Yeah.
This one is like the bug type Pokemon where the bug host is drained of energy by the mushrooms on its back. They appear to do all the thinking. So it is a zombie type Pokemon where the mushrooms create or it's like as a parasite to this Pokemon, and they do everything. Before it was not the case. Like the Pokemon did all the thinking, but this fungus is technically the Pokemon, and I found this out. That is a real thing. I mean, like, obviously, but that's a real thing in the wild where mushrooms will take over the hosted body of like a bug or a plant or something, and they will control it, which makes me terrified of like not like tomorrow, but like the potential of a fucking zombie apocalypse.
That's fascinating.
Yeah. Very real.
It's like that Invincible episode.
I've got another one. I got one last one for me. I don't know if you guys are aware. I'm referring to Jack, but there are Pokemon called Abra. There's one called Kadabra, and there's also one called Alakazam.
I know plenty about Pokemon. I just don't like it.
Okay. Well, in the Pokemon Sun Pokédex entry states that a boy who couldn't control his psychic powers turned into a Kadabra. He deadass turned into a fucking straight up Pokemon.
Couldn't control his psychic powers?
Yep.
Yeah, because there are humans that have psychic
Oh,
powers.
I should have known.
Why would they have psychic powers if they weren't Pokemon?
There are plenty of other really, really sad ones, like Mewtwo's and shit. And, like,
Here.
what's that, Gold Mask or some shit like that?
Yep.
Gold Mask?
I have
Yamask?
one, actually. Yamask. But I have, this one is Galarian Corsola, because this is the British version of the Coral Pokemon. It is all white, and it has a sad face rather than a happy face. The reason for this, and this isn't the Pokédex entry, but this is the actual origin of the Pokemon. The reason for this is because in the areas around England, which is the region this is based on, all the coral are turning white due to climate change and pollution, and it's all that's dead. And this Pokemon is a ghost type as well, which the other one is not. So it's like that was just like that's uncomfortable, and they made that. There's also Bannet, which I'm looking for the correct one. I know this one. All right. Where is it? So what it is it's a puppet that that got discarded. Oh, yeah, here. A doll that became a Pokemon over its grudge of being thrown away. It seeks the child who disowned it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
But why do they all look the same?
Well, that's because of Pokemon, they don't spend
That's
enough
racist.
they don't spend enough on sprites.
Yeah.
That's racist.
They genuinely, the company
genuinely,
is
they're
terrible.
all just different species. Yeah, they have different heights, different weights, different, like,
Yeah.
facial experience and everything like that. They just don't
Yeah.
look like that because they don't
They
have
they are
money.
super detailed in like the lore, but they never do the actual like visual work in the modern games, especially.
It's like finding a cat. There's like thousands of different types of cats. If you want to, you know what I'm saying?
Every single
Yeah.
cat doesn't have the same backstory about its dead mom.
No,
That's a good point.
we're going through all the ghost types. That's really what we are going through.
That's just how they're made, my guy.
Like you read Bidoof, and it's just like this is a fucking beaver. What the fuck do you want from us? Like that's Bidoof's like
so
entry.
fucking funny that this one's like it traps the souls of the dead kids from the forest. This one is a beaver.
Yeah. Like
So
genuinely,
fucking stupid.
that's there because that's also because they spend so much time on like a lot of them are based in like actual like old legends from the areas they're based in, which if you look into like the lore behind the like what the origins of the Pokemon are, like what they're based on, a lot of it's really cool, like how in depth they go with designing and but like a lot of them are based on especially like Japanese yokai, which a lot of them have to do with dead children. Which so that's and it's a Japanese game, so a lot of the ghosts or dark types, which are scarier Pokemon, which are demons, have to do with that because they like killing children.
But they don't have to go so hard. That's all I'm saying.
Well, we're also reading the older ones. The newer ones are definitely more toned down.
Marcus read a bunch of newer ones.
I was gonna say.
Mimikyu is like 4 years old.
Okay.
Yes, Sun
That's
and,
true.
Sun and Moon is not an old game. I think it's just Sun and Moon. They just started to get dark for like no
Well,
reason.
that's also because
It's like,
they're
fuck
that's
this.
because they're
They got bored of making the same game over
Yeah.
and over again, so they hid all of the new stuff in this fucking.
well
Origin.
also their their audience base is growing up, like the people who grew up with them, so they're trying to keep those customers by aging it up a little bit with it, you know?
That's probably true.
Anybody still buying new Pokemon games is wasting their money. Just play the old ones.
Oh, for sure. I mean,
No,
I
yeah,
feel
agreed.
stupid about buying
Fully
Sword
agreed.
because Sword fucking sucks. But you're gonna catch me fucking playing the new Diamond one. I'm sorry.
However, I will say they changed the company for the next game. It's not Game Freak, which is the company that's done it for years and years, and is the company that has been putting a tiny amount of money into the games for the best-selling franchise of any form of media of all time. Pokemon has made more money than any other form of media, and second to it is Hello Kitty. Like
I thought
Pokemon
Hello
makes
Kitty
so
was
much
first.
money.
What the hell?
No, Pokemon makes more than Hello Kitty, has made more. And so and they spend, when they'll make millions on a game, they'll spend only a couple 100,000 on making the game,
Oh my god.
and they just reuse a lot of assets.
I
And
would
so they
only
made
play a
new-
Pokemon game if they made it like 3D platformer, actual story attached to it.
Well,
And if you were
and
inside of
like
a
full
it hot,
plot.
and you had a hammer, and you had to get from the bottom of a mountain to the top of it using only your mouse. That's what you
Jack,
play.
I actually know a Pokemon game you'd probably enjoy, and that's Pokemon Stadium.
Pokemon Stadium, or any like the 3D ones like Pokemon XD, or this new one called Pokemon Conquest, where you're
I love
literally
Pokemon
like,
Conquest. It's
yeah,
such a good game.
wait, is that the new one where it's like you gotta like sneak around and like it's not even out yet?
Oh, I think they're making another Pokemon. There was the Pokemon Conquest is like it's a.
Anyway, guys, thank you for tuning into this episode of Cram Jam.
Thanks for listening, everybody. Follow us at CramJamPod on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. Subscribe, like, comment, let us know what episodes you want to see next. We're still working on that D&D campaign. We will put out an announcement once it is ready and coming. Thanks, Josh, as always, for our theme song. And we will see you guys next week.
Adios.
Tune in next week when we review the Fortnite movie.
Shut the